Okay, it is 5 p.m. on Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. I will call this regular town board meeting of the town of La Pointe to order. Take a roll call. Mike Anderson.
Here.
By phone.
Yeah,
Amy
by phone.
Baxter.
Here.
Susan Brenna.
Here.
Samantha Dobson is not here. And Glenn Carlson is here. Do we have any public comment? I do have one announcement. I just learned that Doris Nelson Swallow passed away earlier today. She has someone who had a tremendous impact on the island, and we express our condolences to the Nelson family. So moving on, administrative reports, town administrator report. Anybody have any questions for Max, or does Max have anything he wants to add?
I mentioned something about the Towns Association meeting that night. County Bayfield, they hired some consultants from the cities they're going to do. They do their zoning. Be interesting to see how that ends up versus what happens. There's nobody really mentioned, just Bayfield, pretty much Bayfield.
That's what Michael had already said in the past, that very rarely did Ashland come, but I did see that there was some discussion about, that wasn't at that meeting, but I sent you something from the Ashland County preparedness, that weather thing about them trying to, or Bayfield was trying to experiment with not using road salt.
I briefly read over that today.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
He was there.
Okay.
The roads got it there.
Okay.
Yeah. They're trying to make it be better for the environment.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Any questions for Max? Anyone? Okay. With the unanimous consent, we'll put your report on file.
Yes.
Moving on, Public Works, Road, Stock, and Harbor. The first purchase order is actually for the replacement of the heavy plow truck fuel tank. Is there a motion to approve that purchase order?
Make a motion to approve the purchase order for that. Fuel tank.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion?
Can you filter the paint out of the gas and put it in the new tank, or what's gonna go on with the fuel that has paint?
5 gallons in there.
Oh, okay,
It's not a whole lot.
okay.
Any other questions? Comments? Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next is for purchase order for the bulk fuel tank pump.
Make a motion to approve the purchase order for the fuel tank pump.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is to approve an extension for Matt Harriet to complete his CDL certification. And I believe we were talking about 6 months, a 6-month extension. Was that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the extension of time up to an additional 6 months for Matt Harriet to obtain his CDL due to potential weather logistics.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yeah, this is Mike. I was just curious, what you said, weather logistics. What weather logistics were there?
We've got to get our dump truck and our triaxle trailer over to Ashland, or possibly Rice Lake, for him to take the test. And we might be, I didn't want a chance getting the truck over there and not getting it back.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that and I was trying to think of what weather related program did we have. Okay, good enough.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, Materials Recovery Facility. Request an extension of time for Evan Erickson vacation hours. And that's to a 6-month extension.
I'll make a motion to give a 6 months extension to vacation hours for Evan Erickson. 26.75 hours remaining.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Next committees, planning and zoning. I don't think there is anything.
No.
Affordable Housing Advisory Committee, we're asked to appoint Lois Carlson. Is there a motion to
I'll make
appoint
a
Lois?
motion that we appoint Lois Carlson to the Affordable Housing Committee.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Harbor Commission, not ready to make an appointment at this time. So we'll move on. Community Awards Committee, we have a recommendation from the Community Awards Committee for the Community Appreciation and Hall of Fame Awards. And we are just asked to approve their recommendations.
Do you want a motion?
Yes, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the recommendations.
Is there
I'll second.
any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Committee minutes. Does anyone have any questions or comments on any of the committee minutes? Okay. They're unanimous consent to place those on file.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Budget summary report. I did have one question I discussed earlier with Max, and I think you're looking into it. So any other questions or comments on the budget summary report? Okay, is there a motion to approve budget summary report?
I'll make a motion to approve the budget summary report as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Next is to approve attachment A to the 2025 compensation resolution, and that was for adjusting the EMR and EMT meeting rates. Although I'm a
I
little
don't get it.
confused.
I don't understand why EMR is gonna be making more than an EMT.
Yeah, I think that
Well,
might be.
it's for the, I think it's just that because they have to attend the same meetings. This is just for meetings.
What, can you explain what you're looking at?
It says
Yeah,
EMR. is
The resolution.
$2 more and EMTs are not.
No, that should be the other way around, probably.
That's what I was thought.
What's the
Yeah.
totals for each?
25 for EMT, 27 for EMR.
Yeah, it would be flipped around.
Yeah, okay. So it's just a typo.
And another typo, it should say 2025 rate instead of 2024 rate twice. So is there a motion to adopt the resolution 2025-0106C as corrected?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2025-0106B
Second.
with changes.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next is consider a letter of support for the wastewater treatment plant project, and you have the draft of the letter before you. And just want to point out that also includes the replacement of the existing RV waste disposal station for campers at Big Bay State Park and the La Pointe Town Park.
I'll make a motion to approve the draft letter to be signed, to the district engineer, but with discussion.
Second,
Moved and seconded, discussion?
You know, Glenn, you probably, or somebody might know, but when they change, it's the Madeline, on the draft letter, it says Madeline Island Sanitary District, and it's really the Madeline Sanitary District. But on three times it says Madeline Island Sanitary District.
You're correct on that, I believe, Mike, and we'll get that changed before we send that out.
Okay.
Good catch. Any other comments? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have a special event permit from the Ashland Area Chamber of Commerce for their inline marathon on June 14th, 2025. And actually, I see Mary McFetrich is on Zoom if anyone has any questions, but I'll entertain a motion to approve the special event permit.
I'll make a motion to approve the special event permit for the Ashland Area Chamber of Commerce as presented.
I'll second, but we didn't have the attached map, but I assume it's the same as it's always been?
Getting a yes. from
Yes,
Mary.
okay.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is to approve the 2024-2025 ice road rates with Nelson Construction. And you see there are no price increases
Make a
reflected.
motion to approve the 2024-2025 ice road.
I'll second.
Okay. Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a question. What, in his overtime, in Nelson Construction's overtime rate, is that based on the overtime, like the town bases it on over anything 80 hours and over a week, you know, for pay period? Does he base it on that, do you know?
I think he told us that
Yeah,
last year.
he said overtime rates charged after employees work more than 40 hours in a Sunday to Saturday work week.
But doesn't, well, okay. Doesn't the town, does it for a full pay period, I think, doesn't it?
We do it by the week.
Okay,
Probably except for the police.
okay.
I think we do that on a
By
pay
week.
period
Yeah, for
basis.
some reason I was thinking it was a pay period.
Yeah, I think for the police, we do it that way. Okay, any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, consider forming a finance work group. And I sent an email to, out to the board. I don't think we need to take any formal action on this, but I just, as long as there's a consensus of the board that they are fine with, Mike Anderson and myself and Max and Liz Z. Brown getting together to go over some mid and long-term financial projections. Is that pretty much?
Yep, sounds
Sound
good.
good, Mike? Thank you, Mike. Our first meeting's right after this.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, to do so.
Yeah.
Next, resolution 2025-0128, amendment to the fee schedule. And that is just to correct the loaded mileage and intercept with the Ashland Fire Department rates. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-0128.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to propose that we are moving the next item to immediately after lawsuits and legal.
Make a motion to move 5H to after lawsuits and legal.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is vouchers. Mike,
I will make a motion to approve the vouchers in the amount of $8,499.64.
Second,
moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, alternative claims.
I will make a motion to approve the alternative claims in the amount of $345,652.53.
Been seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I did not see a treasurer's report. We do not have a treasurer's report yet, so we will defer that to the next meeting. Next is minutes from the meeting of, there are no minutes. Okay, that's why. Moving on. Emergency Services, Police Department, consider approval of rollover for unused vacation hours of Chief Defoe, and that is for 280 hours to be rolled over from 2024 into 2025. So obviously there was time rolled over from 2023 to 2024 also. Is there a motion to approve the rollover?
I will make a motion to approve the rollover of hours, 280 hours of vacation time from 2024 to 2025.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Next item, ambulance, discussion of possible ambulance support, and you all got a confidential memo on that. And I think the action that we're being asked to take is to approve Sarah spending some additional time, and I have the details here at additional 25 hours a month at the $30 an hour. There's some backlog of things that need to be taken care of. So we can either do that as a motion or we can have it as a consensus. It's up to the board.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve it, but with discussion.
Okay. And we're going to, we can have certain discussion in public, of course, but I think the thought was that if there was going to be a lot of detail.
I don't think there's anything confidential, Glenn. My questions.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Mike?
Okay, so with this addition for Sarah's hours, it'd be an additional $1,500 a month. So does she know how approximately, I know we can't hold her to it, but does she know approximately how many months it would take to catch up?
We've said 3
I
with the
think,
possibility of a 4th.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not, I mean, 25 hours. I don't know where you're getting the 1,500 a month of additional pay.
Well, it's 50 times 3, 30. It's 1,500.
The memo, I think, says that after 50 hours to be paid at that rate.
Well, it's okay, approximately 50 hours a month to perform assigned duties under standard conditions.
Mhm.
And then at $30 an hour, so 30 times 50 is 1,500.
I currently am taking home $14.98 a month, but the hours are excessive right now, and I am spending considerable amount of hours, more than 50 hours a month. And my proposal is to be paid for those additional hours.
So that would, how many hours a month do you think that would take?
3.
3 months. At how many hours a month?
No, I mean, how many hours a month?
The memo suggests 25, and if I'm being honest, I could take much more than that, but there's a cap in the memo at 25 so that I don't exceed,
Okay,
too much,
got
I
it.
guess.
but 750 additional a month, basically.
Yeah. Yes, that's how I
Okay.
understood
Okay.
it.
Yep. Okay, so we have
Got
a
it.
motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Is there any of this backlog stuff that, the other EMTs and EMRs could help you with?
At this time, there's not really, but I am, it's very high in my priorities to create a system where those things can take place. And other members within the service can help me, for example, maintain an adequate inventory list.
Right.
And keep up on the reporting, all the things that are not up to date now. I would really, yes, very much like to have other people help me and be able to delegate those jobs.
Okay, thank you.
Any other
Sarah,
questions?
would it have to be an EMT?
Not necessarily. And
Okay.
the police officers, specifically Tom and Carl, they offer help with some of those things that I'm now able to delegate. They are EMTs, but
Got it. Okay.
I do think that for the record, I see here, Sarah, where you've got in here, that it could need one more month. And so it could take up to 4 months. I just want to make sure that we don't just lock in on the 3 months if you do need that additional month.
yeah, I agree with that statement, Sue. This is my best estimate.
Okay.
Well, we'll go for the 3 right now, and if it's looking like you're gonna need more as we get into that, we can address that at that time. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on, public comment B.
Glenn, can I interrupt you for 1
Yes.
second?
Sure.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm not sure if the ambulance fee schedule is on this agenda to be, oh, you already did it. Never mind. You already did it.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Okay, anything on liquor licenses?
No.
Lawsuits and legal? Nothing? No?
Briefs from Ashland and, revenue have been filed, that just came out today. Still on track for that.
February 26th, I guess. Yeah. Okay, next is consider changes to clerical assistant job title, description, and compensation. And the town board will go into closed session for the purpose of considering the employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility, in which it is or is likely to become involved in accordance with Wisconsin Statute 19.851C. After the completion of the closed session, the board will come back into open session to act upon the discussion in the closed session or otherwise complete the business of the meeting before adjourning. I have a motion to go into closed session.
I'll make a motion. We go into closed session for everything that was just stated.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call, Mike Anderson,
Yes.
Amy Baxter,